This wood was really wet and I found a couple of dry pieces, and I'm hoping I'm starving. Let's go get some breakfast. Hey campers, George here. Yep, finally a chance to get out. The temperatures have been a little cool lately. Night before last we got down to minus 35 wind chill. It was about minus 17 out of the wind. So it's been a little chilly out here. We've had snow, but not a lot lately. We've been having just some really cold weather. But today's a good day. So, like I said, I'm starving. I need breakfast. Let's go get some. Cannon River Wilderness Area. A lot of you will remember this place. Used to be a favorite of mine. It still is. Unfortunately, we had a tornado come through and it really tore the place up, so they closed it. And they've been working on it and clear it up, and they finally opened it up. It's been about a year. If you look down here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of trees down. Literally, the tornado followed the river and just tore the whole place up. So they opened it back up. Here I am. Let's go try and make some breakfast. So you can see the Cannon River running right along there. It's a lot of ice on it. It's kind of odd. It's not flat ice or anything. It's kind of bumpy and all. The sun is trying to come out. Birds are out. There's always crows around you. We'll just keep walking and have a look around and see if we can find a place to make me some breakfast. It's been kind of busy. This year the weather hasn't cooperated. We went on our ice fishing trip, and that turned into a disaster because the weather changed and really messed up where we were going to, so we couldn't go there. So we improvised and went to a local lake. Didn't make a video, so no annual ice fishing trip this year. Well, a video anyway. We did catch fish and everything. That was fun. And the usual guys. Always a good time to see them. I miss this place. One of my favorite places to come through. It's very nice. They kept it really natural. They don't do a lot. They just keep the trails open and clear. They had a lot of trees fall down on the actual trails, and that was the problem. There was a lot of broken trees. You can see some of the leftovers there. And they had to clear those. It was just too dangerous to leave them there, so they had to close the park. They couldn't take the chance somebody could get hurt. See the wall. Love those rock formations. But it's open again. Here we are. It's good to be out here. It's been a while. So, ooh, look at this. I have my ice cleats on. And the reason is these. See here? Under the snow there's a lot of ice. And it's frozen. And you can't see it, and you can slip. You can see how the ice broke up. You can see it there. And then it's frozen again. But there is running water. It's not totally frozen over. And then the bridge survived. Crows are noisy along with the aeroplanes. The joy. I have camped right here. I camped over there. These trees were standing at the time. You can see they've been blown over. A lot of down trees are light. Look at them all. All these trees here blown over. Oh, the sun came out. Nice. See this tree blown over here? Huge one. Pulled right out. Look at this huge tree came down. Just snapped. Look at that. Wow. This looks like a good spot. Camped here before, and I know there's a fire ring there. You do have to use the fire rings here. Somebody else has used it for firewood. Let's make some food. This has this unusual lock on it. You see that? I can close it up. So when you open it up, like that, you then lock it in with that. So let's give it a try. Wow. That cut through there pretty quick. Look at that. That was pretty quick. I'm impressed so far. Some of the wood is really wet, so hopefully I can start a fire. So we have fire. I just want it to burn down. I want a lot of coals, and then I'll cook on the coals. This wood was really wet, and I found a couple of dry pieces, and I'm hoping they will burn long enough to keep the wet ones going. But we have fire, so I'm going to sit here and stare at the fire. Alright, let's start prepping breakfast. I'm starving, man. So let's see what we have for breakfast. Tin foil, spices, salsa, some olive oil. Tin foil again, and eggs. It looks like breakfast. So let's get it all ready. Hope I'll be able to cook it. I have a porker's choppers, 2 eggs, and some breakfast potatoes in the other tin foil. It's going to take a while though, because the fire is not as hot as I was hoping. But it is a nice day just to hang out. Sun is out, blue skies, birds are chirping. It's all good. Got to use all my gizmos. It's always a good thing. So we wait to eat. I am starving. Whew. Well, the eggs are done. The pork chop is about done. I'm not sure about the potatoes, and I'm waiting for my water to boil for my cup of coffee, and then we're good to eat. It's turned into a beautiful day. Just had some people go through at the back there, through the trail. First people today. Surprised there's not more people out. This is the first decent day we've had. You'd think more people would be out. Apparently not. Whew. Looks like the water's almost boiling, so it's time for coffee and breakfast, I think. We throw everything on a plate and let's get eating. The coffee is ready and breakfast is served. 2 fried eggs, pork chop, breakfast potatoes, salsa. Woot! Time to eat my breakfast. Cheers. Oh. I put some Cajun spice on the pork chop. My weekly protein intake. Huh. Piece of wood. Been doing a lot of research on knives, blades, and all the different grinds and everything, and there's so much that I don't know. And every time I read something, I'm like, oh, this guy, the trail boss, I do like this. I'm gonna start using axes more. This guy from Steel, it's just a gardening pruning saw. I think it's the PS10, I think is the correct name for it. And it's a pull back style cut, which I didn't know about, but it just cut through the wood. I can't believe how well it cut through. The other one I had was a junker. You know, it was one of those $9.99 jobs, and it lasted about 3 cuts, and then the handle bent up, and yeah, so I thought it's time. So now I'm looking at saws and all the different things about saws. I'm gathering all this knowledge. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. Too old to do anything with it. Got to eat my breakfast because it gets cold. It's all packed up, everything put away. Leave no trace. heading that way. I think I'm going to walk along the river and head on down that way around. I'm hoping that I'll get to see those deer again because they kind of ran over that way. So hopefully we'll get to see them. Good breakfast. I feel a lot better now. Hoping we can get through here. I don't know what damage was done. There is old tracks here, so hopefully we will see. See how all these trees got blown over. Just pulled right out of the ground. And I'm looking at these tracks, and these are pretty fresh deer track. I think these might have been the guys I saw earlier. Here you can see they sort of all the trees so that the trail will be clear. Looking at the deer tracks here, he runs, jumps, runs, jumps, having a good old time. Whole bunch of these guys. Well, that was quite a trudge. Finally got back to the bridge, so not far to go now. That was quite a trek going along the river, a little bit longer than the way I came in, and of course it wasn't used, and a lot of trudging through snow. See, this has at least been beaten down a bit, so the footing's easier. So, made it home, campers. Barely. That was quite a trudge. But a good day outside. I really needed that, so that was good for me. And hopefully it was good for you. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. And I'm pretty sure I'll be back with something else for you to giggle over. Thanks for watching.